January 14th, 2020 regular board meeting of Everett Public Schools Board of Directors. This is our first meeting in the calendar year, but not our first meeting of the year as we run on a school schedule. If you will, please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Will the secretary please go ahead and call the roll?
President Mason.
Present.
Vice President Lucene. Director Mitchell.
Present.
Director Nankar. Director Burke.
Present.
Okay, section 4.0, adoption of the agenda. Our first item of business this evening is the adoption of the agenda, and I believe we have a few changes and adjustments to tonight's agenda given the snowy day. Dr. Salzman, will you please introduce tonight's agenda?
Yes, thank you. Tonight's agenda contains an alternative meeting structure to accommodate the oath of office for newly selected board member. Due to significant snow and ice this evening, we would like to ask, after the approval of the second consent agenda, that one of you offer a motion to adjourn the meeting and all the presentation items that were planned for this meeting can be moved to a future meeting. In the interest of safety this evening, we ask that you allow us to help you make this meeting very short and allow staff and board members to travel home safely. Since publishing the agenda, no changes have been made to this agenda.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the agenda as stated?
Move to approve.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to adopt the agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will move to a vote. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say no. The agenda is adopted. Tonight we have two consent agendas. One, to approve prior items of business that new directors were not here for, and then the second one to approve all other items of business. So tonight, the first consent agenda, Dr. Salzman?
Yes, ma'am. First part of tonight's consent agenda includes meeting minutes from the last board meeting so that the current board may vote on those minutes before the newly elected director takes office.
Okay, is there a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to adopt the first consent agenda. Does any director wish to remove an item from this consent agenda, or the item from this consent agenda, and place it in new business section of the agenda? Hearing none, we will move to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed say no. Motion carries. And that brings us to section 6.0, administration of oath of office. And this evening we have Judge Laura Van Slyke with us to help swear in our newly elected, to administer the oath of office to Director-elect Andrew Nichols.
Board?
Do we want to go down?
Yes.
Okay. Let's
Board of
go.
Directors?
Everybody's ready. You want to can Sally get some photos for the?
Yes.
Yeah. Got it. Perfect. And his wife gets.
Oh, right
some
over
photos.
there. You're across
You'll
from
get to
her.
be on some of that.
And like,
I think that's a good.
right in here.
You want to do it right here? Right
Right
here.
in front of the Everett Public Schools, the podium there.
How's that?
Or open the open air so Sally can have a.
Okay, picture. Yeah, a little bit more. There you go. Okay. Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Andrew Nichols, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States
That I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the State of Washington,
and the Constitution and laws of the State of Washington.
and that I will faithfully and impartially
That I will faithfully and impartially
perform and discharge
perform and discharge
the duties of the
the
office
duties of the office
of Everett School District 2,
of Everett School District 2,
Director at Large, Position 1,
Director at Large Position,
for a 6-year term,
for a 6-year term,
according to the law, to the best of my ability.
according to the law to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Right on right here and sign.
I just watched this one in the news where President Obama did it wrong, his first inauguration, and the Supreme Court judge had to redo it, and so they're showing that like everything.
Oh.
Can we get a family picture?
Yeah, family come up with the word.
And do you want to hold your oath up for the photo while I sign some more of these?
That's all right.
Okay, you're busy there.
Okay, step in the center here. Can I give you my phone number?
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. You get
Stand with the family, and we'll stand around you.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right, look this way. Woo-hoo. Oh, one of them looked, not the adults are all doing a great job.
Here we go.
Smile.
Here, hand out your.
No, say snowman. There we go. All right.
Thank you.
Cute.
Congratulations.
And I have to give it a child, and I have to give it a child some shape receipt.
Thank you so much.
Well, I don't actually know if we have a rule.
Yeah, what the heck, come on. Congratulations.
I don't think we've had a director with small children.
Okay, there you go. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Happy New Year. Yes, for sure. That's where we all meet up, right?
Oh, you got it.
Okay. We'll wait a minute here.
Judge, thank you. So you can get my pen again. I dropped it somewhere.
Okay, we're all in our seats. All in our places with half. Okay. Section 7.0 is recognitions, and we have no recognitions scheduled for this evening. So we will move to section 8.0, the superintendent's report.
Okay, I'll make it brief, but I again, congratulations, Andrew. Welcome to the team. Okay. Just for the public, I want to thank everybody's support during the winter storm that we're having. I want to call out communications and the facilities department that are doing an outstanding job. And again, to our parents and community, we appreciate all your support during this time, and we're trying to keep you informed. We're trying to stay one step ahead of Mother Nature each day and evening. So we will keep you informed this evening and early this morning so you can go about your business. And again, we want to be safe for the kids and for the staff, so we hope everything works out well. So thank you.
Thank you very much. And we will now move to board comments, section 9.0. This is a time when directors and student representatives, when they are present, have an opportunity to share information or comments about their activities as they relate to the district. And why don't we start to my left with Director Mitchell, if you have any comments, or you're also welcome to pass if.
I think I'll just pass for the sake of time. Thank you.
Okay. Director Berg.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you to all of the staff members who helped with the onboarding process at the end, right before break. And so that was huge. And also that it's been great to host some Australian visitors that we have at Jackson High. So I just wanted to kind of give a shout out to that process and to all the folks making that happen.
Right. And Director Nichols.
Just wanted to say thank you for swearing me in today. I'm excited to be here, and thank you to the voters again for giving me the opportunity to serve. Looking forward to what we're going to do over the next 6 years.
Great. And I would also like to welcome you to the board officially as of today. So, and, you have lots of individuals that are very committed here to the work, so make sure you lean on us as you go through this process, because we have all been in your seat. I think literally, but the way we rotate, but figuratively too. And it's a difficult, there's a lot of information to take on for both of you. So make sure that we're just a phone call away. So, and to the staff who's out there making sure our schools are safe, and to all the folks who have been up at 4 a.m., making sure that we can run buses or not run buses. I think people don't understand the amount that goes on behind the scenes just so we can make a simple call to say, yes, we're having school, or no, we're not having school today. So really appreciate those folks who are making that happen. And for all the staff that is here tonight, holding down the fort so we can have our meeting. And with that, I think we will move on to our second consent agenda. No, excuse me, sorry. We are on to section 10.0, public comments. I'm looking around the room, and it appears we do not have any visitors this evening, so I am assuming at this time we have no public comments. Is that correct, Dr. Salzman?
That's correct.
Okay. And at this point, we will move on to section 11.0, our second consent agenda. Dr. Salzman, may you please introduce this consent agenda?
Yes, thank you. Good evening again. The board's consent agenda includes repetitive business items such as meeting minutes, personnel actions, expense vouchers, surplus lists, gifts, and grants, and recurring contracts. Sometimes includes items that occur less frequently but of routine business nature. These items are usually reviewed by the board in the Friday report, 1 or more 2 weeks before the board meeting. This gives directors time to ask staff questions or to consider discussion about the policy implications of those items. The board votes on the consent agenda in a single motion. By its definition, a consent agenda is not debatable. In the case of this consent agenda, the superintendent's office received one question regarding a warrant for Canyon Creek Church. A response was provided to the board of directors. With no further questions, the consent agenda is presented as a published for board approval.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved?
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. Does any director wish to remove an item from this consent agenda and place it in new business of the meeting? Hearing no requests, we will move to the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The motion carries. Can I make a motion?
Yes, ma'am.
At this point, I would like to put forward a motion to adjourn this meeting and take all the remaining business items of business and move them to a future meeting.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to adjourn this meeting. We will now vote on that item. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. We will adjourn the meeting. That takes us to section 12.0 tonight. That concludes the business to come before the Everett Public Schools Board of Directors. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Meeting promised, 15 minutes?
There we go.